Hi, this is Danny Jewell. Please like and subscribe. Well, I've been working on a way of using a pumping method to use the pressure and the liquid within a biodigester system to create work. There's a couple things that need to be done. For instance, if we're going to use this biodigester design in a larger waste management system between homes and such, then there needs to be movement of this on a regular basis. And it's my feeling that this will work like breathing, like a heartbeat, using this energy that's available on a repetitious basis based on, of course, usage and gas and all that. But this being a biodigester, is biogas under pressure. This is a bell siphon, using it as a valve and a pump. Now, once the bell siphon, which is floating over this pipe, the exit pipe, the overflow pipe, instead of coming out like it normally does that we're familiar with on biodigesters, either coming out the top or out the side here, setting the level that we're going to have the range of the slurry and the gas under pressure movement larger than normal now. Now it comes out like at a steady rate, oozing, just what you put in is what you get out. And so at the time you put it in, you're probably oozing some out. Well, you will feed it, and it will start going over the exit point, past it, up to a point until the bell siphon valve activates. And then it will drain out at one time under that pressure of the biogas and of the siphon effect. This is a thicker slurry. It's not watery, and that you're pulling in there so much. So we're going to be able to gather more energy from it using some simple, not too tight blades at this point and this point. Anyway, back to the siphoning effect. So the input holes are at various levels because of the thickness of the slurry. We need to control how the slurry comes in and where, so that when it gets to a certain point at this level down here, then it will suck air, it will break that contact, and then stop this. Now I'm going to use a similar, it's an external bell siphon valve pump, that a part of the pump that'll be external to take and assist in the action that's taking place, to be consistent and on and off, checking at both locations. And I've watched ram pumps and stuff where they operate similar to this without this extra bell siphon pump, but it's a different kind of valve. So I believe they will work well together. I've seen them used internal and external. So I think I've seen what I'm wanting to use. Well, this would be the biogas out. Of course, you always have a valve on here and shut off. You're going to have times when you're not going to lose any biogas. What you're going to lose is some of that pressure in here, because it's going to do work. So when the slurry starts to move and pulled up past this, through this external column into this floating cap, then hitting these blades, it tends to want to push this and rotate this floating cap. And down here there'd be blades, wipers rather, thin, not hard to move through the slurry, but do their job. And there are a few designs that come into mind to accomplish that. And so this should move like you would like an inner tube moving through water, but it moves effortlessly. So this down here, designed with the round and design and everything, so that it will not get a tremendous amount of resistance and churn up or whip up or wash or whatever the slurry so much, but to affect a cleaning of the surface or a loosening of large particles and stuff, so that they can be moved around to engage the microbes even more. And now this could be each time that it gets to a certain point. So this could be, say, on a 55-gallon drum, you're putting in an X amount. This could happen once every few days or something. Now on a larger system, it may happen less. On all depends on that liquid buildup, how long it takes to get that buildup. And on a 55-gallon drum, I'm thinking that it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 gallons. That's quite a range, but 5 to 10 gallons of movement. So imagine 5 to 10 gallons being siphoned off all at once instead of a little bit over time. We're going to get some energy to do some work with. And this should be easy enough to maintenance. Just lifting it right off the top, being able to like have a lid on the 55-gallon drum or the unit that can be removed so that the whole thing can be taken out. It's not attached to the drain pipe. That's about the best I can do so far, and I'm thinking that with a little bit of playing with this with my system, I think this will work. I'm going to start using, which I've already talked about before, the external bell siphon. I don't have it connected on there yet, but I've already talked about it, and you'll see what I mean when you see the video that I've shared on Knowledge for Life, a Facebook page for the bell siphon, the upgraded one. But the movement of the slurry under pressure through the blades should cause a rotation of the siphon cap and wiper. A floating cap and wiper allows for a small range of affected area and ease of maintenance in mind. So it will be a little up and then a little down, so there's a small range that it can also affect up and down, as not only the diameter of it, and being able to keep other equipment like the feed pipe and things out of the way with good planning. And I really like the way this is. As far as the individual system at a home, and this would help in taking care of the work that needs to be done from the home biodigester to the main system, and the pressure that it uses to push into that main system. Supplying that pressure to the main system, let's say that you have one, that's not much, it's pushing it, yes, for a certain period of time, ever so often, but look at it, let's say you have 30, gosh, you're practically keeping that system, that line under pressure and keeping things moving often, a lot, and you're not going to get a problem that way as long when you have a larger waste system and you're needing an energy to take and pump and move something. And then all you have to do is worry about the health of your biodigester, and boom, it just pumps like a heartbeat, like it should, like the earth does. Well, thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.